Hey, it's Brandon with FBA Hustle, and in this video, I'm going to give you my 3 best tips for finding the best places to source product with a brand new Amazon account. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Brandon Harrison, and I've been doing retail arbitrage since 2011. My top monthly sales is just over 89,000 and is 100% retail arbitrage. On this channel, I'm documenting how I'm taking a brand new Amazon seller account and building it into a successful business. So if that is something that interests you, please consider subscribing or joining our new Amazon Retail Arbitrage group on Facebook that is linked below. Right now, let's get to those 3 tips for sourcing product to sell on Amazon. Tip number 1, if you are a brand new seller, you need to go to places that sell products in categories where you are ungated. Being ungated means that you're allowed to sell a certain product or in a specific category. It doesn't make sense for you to go to an electronics or a grocery store because you are going to be gated in almost everything, and it's going to be a huge waste of time, and you won't find any products that you can sell for a profit. With our new account, we've had success in national stores like Walmart, Target, Lowe's, Goodwill, and Salvation Army thrift store. I recommend starting in a niche with a brand new account, especially if you haven't sold on Amazon before, because learning the different sales ranks on Amazon and how fast an item should sell can be quite intimidating. With a brand new account, focusing on used books is a solid niche and is a great way to get your feet wet. It allows you to get product for very little money, and your return on investment can be great. Books are also everywhere. You can find them in thrift stores, library sales, church sales, and even garage sales. Selling used books also means that you typically don't have to deal with sellers that are far more experienced and who have more money to operate with, tanking the listing to offload their product fast. This can be very frustrating, and you can lose a lot of money if you buy a lot of one product. Some sellers operate on very thin margins, and they just want to get their money back as quick as possible. Now, I do have a pro tip. There are a lot of brand new items that you will find at thrift stores, and it can be risky to sell products as new that are purchased from the thrift stores because you don't have proof that that product isn't fraudulent. In 8 years of selling online, we personally haven't had a problem, but I have heard of some sellers getting their accounts suspended for selling products as new that they bought at a thrift store. This is ultimately a decision that you will have to make for your company about the amount of risk you are willing to take to sell products as new. What I would recommend to do is to check to see what thrift stores you have in your area other than Goodwill and Salvation Army. Tip number 2, if you live in a larger metro area, the first place I would look for product is places like Craigslist, Facebook, Letgo, and OfferUp. Yeah, I know this isn't a store, but great ROI can be easy, and a lot of sellers on Amazon don't think about looking at these places for products. Also, many people still think that only Amazon sells on Amazon, and they don't think that they can sell used items on Amazon, or they just don't want to do the work themselves. This is a big opportunity to find products that can be resold at great margins. I would look for bulk buys. Again, books can be a great buy on these platforms. And we have even had people give us books for free because they didn't want to have to move them themselves. Now, on this channel, we mainly focus on Amazon, but don't discount the opportunity to sell many of these items on eBay too. Yes, I understand that there is added work on eBay. You will have to take pictures, make a listing, and ship product. Once you gain top-rated seller status on eBay, it is my experience that you will get even more money for your items on the platform. If you set up a listing template, adding your products to eBay goes much faster. Also, I like to use Adobe Lightroom to edit my photos. It is very fast to bulk edit photos if you are starting off with great pictures. We have excellent photography equipment that we use that was a bit of an investment, but it makes our workflow very fast. If you would like us to make a video on how we personally take eBay photos, drop us a comment down below and we'll make sure to do that. Tip number 3, go to the fire. At one of my former jobs, my boss was ultra successful in sales because of this one tip. Basically, it means that if you find a hot product that is selling well and the product has a great ROI, go find it at other stores. You might have to drive to another city or even cities to find the product again, but I have built my entire Amazon business on this principle, and it's my belief that you ultimately should too. Example, one of our hottest finds were these bolts that were called through locks from a hardware store that were only available in our region. We purchased these for $10 and they were selling for $65 on Amazon. I was selling about 3 or 4 of them each day, and the profit was about $35 each sell. Obviously, this is great ROI, and I wanted more of them. Armed with this knowledge, I drove to all of the same hardware store and I bought all of the through locks at each store that were in stock. Even if prices did fall out, I had huge profit, so it was well worth the risk. It is also important to make sure that you don't buy too much of one item. Prices do fall out on Amazon, so there is risk involved with buying product in bulk. I like to use an app like Jungle Scout Sales Estimator to give me an idea of how many sales there will be of an item in a 30-day window. It is also ultra important to check expiration dates on items that you purchase. Amazon won't accept any items for FBA that are within 120 days of expiration, and they expose of all items that are within 50 days of expiring. Remember these 3 things when choosing where to source your products to build your new Amazon account. And if you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up or subscribe so you are the first to know when we add more videos in the future.